Elon Musk is not just a billionaire. He's an engineer, a risk taker, and a visionary who has reshaped industries from electric cars to space travel. But what makes him different? Why does he succeed where others fail? Today, we're breaking down Musk's most powerful advice. Lessons that can change the way you think, work, and achieve success. Think bigger than anyone else. Most people set goals that are safe and achievable. Elon says that's the wrong approach. He believes the biggest breakthroughs come from tackling the hardest problems. Instead of thinking about small improvements in technology, he asks, what will change the future? That's why he didn't just start a car company. He built Tesla to revolutionize the auto industry. He didn't just launch satellites. He created SpaceX to make humans a multi-planetary species. If you want to succeed, Elon's advice is simple. Stop thinking small. Ask yourself, am I limiting my own potential? The people who change the world are those who take on massive challenges. Work harder than anyone else. Elon doesn't believe in shortcuts. He says that if you want to achieve something great, you need to put in extreme effort. Most people work 40 hours a week. He works 80 to 100. According to Elon, if you work twice as many hours as your competition, you'll achieve your goals in half the time. This isn't just talk. When Tesla and SpaceX were struggling, he worked day and night, sleeping in his factory to ensure the work got done. He says, no one ever changed the world working 40 hours a week. So ask yourself, are you really working as hard as you can? Or are you stopping when things get uncomfortable? Take risks while you can. Elon took massive risks in his 20s and 30s. After selling PayPal, he made $180 million. And instead of keeping it, he bet everything on Tesla, SpaceX, and SolarCity. At one point, he was completely broke and had to borrow money for rent. If those companies failed, he would have lost everything. But he believed in his vision. He says, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Now, most people aren't in a position to risk everything, but the lesson is clear. If you're young, if you have fewer responsibilities, this is a time to take big risks. The older you get, the harder it becomes to take chances. Be obsessed with solving problems. Most people avoid difficult problems. Elon runs toward them. He says, you get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. That's why he took on industries most people avoid: space exploration, electric vehicles, and AI. Instead of asking, can this be done? He asks, how can we make this work? One of the biggest mistakes people make is following conventional thinking. Elon uses first principles thinking, breaking a problem down to its most basic parts and finding new solutions. For example, when he wanted to build rockets, he realized that instead of buying expensive parts, he could manufacture them at a fraction of the cost. That's why SpaceX reduced rocket costs by 90%, making space travel more affordable. So, when faced with a problem, don't just copy what others do. Break it down, rethink it, and find a smarter way. Seek negative feedback. Most people avoid criticism. Elon does the opposite. He actively asks for negative feedback. He says, the worst mistake you can make is to not seek out criticism. He constantly asks employees, engineers, and even strangers, what's wrong with this idea? How can we make it better? He understands that negative feedback is the fastest way to improve. Think about it. When was the last time you actively asked for criticism? Instead of surrounding yourself with people who agree with you, find those who will challenge your ideas. That's how you grow. Failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone. Elon has failed more times than most people ever will. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches failed, nearly bankrupting the company. Tesla almost collapsed in 2008. Many of his ideas were called impossible, but he kept going. He says, failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you're not innovating enough. Too many people fear failure so much that they never take action. But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. The difference is, successful people learn from failure and keep moving forward. Final thoughts. Elon Musk's advice is simple but powerful. Think big, work insanely hard, take risks, solve real problems, seek criticism, and don't fear failure. If you apply even one of these principles, it can change your life. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest lesson you learned from Elon Musk? Let me know in the comments. And if this video inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more success insights, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Let's build something amazing together.